Hello, Blood Bowl fans. Welcome to the New Year, New Cup. We are halfway through the New Year, New Cup, and I would like to make this video to give a little bit of an update for what's been going on. If you haven't been keeping up watching every game, we have concluded day 3. Today, I'm going to give the rundown for the teams and how they've been doing. Now, first team we're going to go over is, honestly, I think is the People's Champs. And that team is Too Many Cooks. Too Many Cooks have been doing very, not very good, but they have shown vast improvement. They have 1 win, 1 draw, and 2 losses. They have had a successful catch, 3 touchdown scores, 4 casualties inflicted. However, they've also inflicted 17 injuries. They passed 8 yards. They had 138 yards running. They've inflicted 4 KOs. They've succeeded in 47 blocks. However, they have had 6 touchdowns sustained, 3 KOs sustained, 22 injured players, and 1 death. Now, honestly, fuck Alton Brown. But let's take a look at their new lineup. They have their team has become decently experienced to pretty experienced, with almost half of the players being level 2 and working on getting to level 3. Now, let's take a look through the players. Ritual Ray, Witch Elf for the team. He is level 2, has acquired Sure Hands, which allow her to re-roll picking up the ball. That's very good. Not want to have that happen. Andrew Zimmer, the newest chef to join the team, is a runner and has the ability of Dump Off, which allows him to do a free quick pass if he is being attacked while holding the ball. Now, Gordon Ramsay, he has reached level 2 and has acquired Frenzy, which is very good because he is a very aggressive chef when he is in the kitchen. Now, player 4, Bobby Flay, he has an injury which this injury will cause the next injury roll made against the player to add 1. Could make his injury even worse. Back. Emerald Lagasse, he's level 2, and he has acquired Block because he is a lineman. Mario Batali, he's almost there to leveling up. Guy Ferrari, he's nearly close to level 3, and he also has acquired Block. Anthony Bourdain practically hasn't had much experience on the field. Same with Jamie Oliver. Hank Puck, he has acquired Block, level 2. Duff Goldman, he almost died one of these games, but he came back and he leveled up, acquiring Block. Because we all know Duff Goldman is a very big fan of Warhammer. Now, that pretty much wraps it up for what's happened with the Too Many Cooks team. And yeah, the next team is the Actors of Hollywood team. Now, the Actors of Hollywood team is They've been on a roll. Matter of fact, they've had 3 wins out of their 3 games that they have played. Their average score is 2. They've had 4 successful catches, 8 touchdowns scored, 3 casualties inflicted. They have inflicted 14 injuries. They've passed for 76 yards, which that is huge. They've also ran the ball 218. They've inflicted 4 KOs. They've succeeded on 63 blocks. However, they have gotten 3 touchdowns unto them. They've suffered 3 casualties, 7 knockouts, 26 injured players, and 1 death. Oh man. Yeah, that death was pretty tragic. Honestly. He was holding the team back, so yeah, a little. But take a look at their new lineup. They have some decently experienced players, along with a few fresh players that haven't gotten much experience on the field. Take a closer look at them, shall we? Now we have Keanu Reeves. He's the treeman of the team. Is 1 point away from leveling up. So he's been doing pretty good on the field. Pedro Pascal, not much experience on the field. Robert Downey Jr., nearly leveled. 2. Ewan McGregor, no experience. Matt Damon, 3 experience. I believe he scored 1 of the touchdowns. Brad Pitt, he is level 2. He is one of the last catchers on his team. He has acquired block. Combined with dodge makes him very strong to be blocked against. Now we have one of Bollywood's finest actors, Koryar. He is actually leveled up, and he has block. It's pretty good for a lineman. Johnny Depp, one of the throwers. He has pass skill, allowing him to reroll passes. Leonardo DiCaprio, pretty close to leveling. We have not seen the leap skill used on the War Dancers. Now over here we have Jack Nicholson. He is leveled up, acquired sure feet, so he can reroll going for it checks. However, a broken neck, which subtracts 1 point of agility for him. And agility is very important to the elf teams, seeing how they usually have an agility of 4. Now with Jack Nicholson dropping down to 3, that could change how effective this player will be on the field. Robert De Niro, 2 points. He's doing pretty good, and that's pretty it for the Actors of Hollywood team. And I believe they actually invested into an apothecary that'll be very good in their future games. This half of the new cup. The majority of their players, if not all of them, cost more than it is to acquire a permanent apothecary. That's pretty much it for the Actors of Hollywood team. Next team is the All Hail the Cabbage God team. And they're doing pretty good in the New Year New Cup as well. Well, not too good, but they're doing pretty good. They have 1 win 1 draw and 1 loss. Their lineup hasn't changed at all, but they do have some levels on some players. Now they have an average score of 1. They have scored a total of 4 touchdowns. They've inflicted 2 casualties. They have inflicted 17 injuries. They have ran the ball for 134 yards. They've inflicted 4 KOs, succeeded on 104 blocks. They have had 3 touchdowns sustained to them. They also sustained 2 casualties, 1 KO, and they have had 13 injured players. Not that bad for a team like this. Now if we take a look at their team players, see that most of their hobgoblins have little to no experience. Like player 1 over here, no experience. However, Doc's No Brains is getting close to leveling up. That'll be good. Bone Catcher, no experience. Bone Snapper, 3 experience. Then we come to their Chaos Dwarves. Their Chaos Dwarves is fairly powerful with block, tackle, and thick skull. One of them is in fact Barak Fastfoot. Is leveled up and has acquired the Dauntless skill, which if he is trying to attempt a block on someone with more strength than him, he rolls a d6, and if it's higher than the opponent's score or strength, he gets that for that block. Which he'll be very good at trying to take down stronger opponents like the tree or the big guys on the enemy team. And Rock Nails, no experience. Black Arm, no experience. But now, the true legend of the Cabbage God team, Hanifer Smoky Bull. He is acquired most of the downs for the team. He is Sprint, Sure Feet. That allows him to re-roll his going for it checks, as well as going an extra space when going for it. He also has Sure Hands for a free re-roll on picking up the ball. Yeah, this guy is one of the most valuable players on the Cabbage God team. And not much else to say about the Cabbage God team, but they've been doing pretty good. I think they'll get better in the second half of the New Year, New Cup. Now the next team is the Jefferson Starship team. Now this team I haven't kept up with it much, but they do have, I think they are the second best team on the so far in the New Year, New Cup, with 2 wins and 1 loss. Now, they do have the same amount of players, and we do have we only have 1 level up from this team. However, I think in a game or 2, this team will look very experienced and very threatening to go against. Their average score is 1. They have scored 5 touchdowns in the New Year, New Cup. They've inflicted 1 casualty, injured 16 different players. They have ran the ball for 124 yards. They've inflicted 8 KOs. They've succeeded on 90 blocks. They have been scored on 4 times. They have sustained 1 casualty, 2 knockouts, and have 8 injured players. But looking at them now, they are a very strong team with large armor values, making it very difficult for them to be damaged. Looking in depth onto their team, we have their Minotaur. He has not gotten any experience on the field. Neither have Chaos Warriors. For Papa John Kretsch, he is 5 out of 6, so he will be leveling soon. And John Barbata has received a level up and acquired block. And the Beastman, this one, Donnie Baldwin, 5 out of 6 points, so he will also be leveling up pretty soon. Chris Smith has 3 points. Kathy Richardson, no points. Dude Gold, 3 points. Craig has got 5 out of 6. He'll be leveling soon. Peter, he's also at 5 out of 6. That's pretty much it for their team. This team is looking pretty strong. Looking at their lineup, making them look pretty tough against their few opponents. Now the other team, possibly this team's my favorite out of the bunch. Maybe because it's my team, but the Metal Grot Solid team. They haven't been doing great this season. All bias aside, they only have 1 win, 1 draw, and 1 loss. Looking at their lineup, though, they have a done. They have a whopping 14 players. Now, their team making their secret weapons a lot more flexible and can be used a lot more throughout the game. Now that they can be substituted out if there is a 2 turns before a half. Now, this team has an average score of 1. They have scored 3 touchdowns. They have inflicted 2 casualties. They have killed 2 players. So they are quite deadly. They are quite deadly. They have inflicted 22 injuries, and they have ran the ball for 102 yards. They have also inflicted 4 knockouts. They have succeeded on 44 blocks. However, they have been touchdowned on 4 times. They have seen 6 casualties, 3 knockouts, and 11 injured players. Looking at their lineup, they do have a lot of injuries, so these people are fragile, as well as being very deadly. Looking at their team specifically, we have Raiden. He is the Looney for the Grot Solid team. He has the Chainsaw, and he has acquired Dodge since he has leveled up, making him a bit more tanky when being attacked. And we have Revolver Ocelot. Despite killing Alton Brown in the last game, he did not get points for it since he was already down and did not roll blocking dice. So he hasn't done much, but he is very effective. Batman, on the other hand, he has done a lot for the team. He blew up several cages during the Cooks fight, during the match between the Cooks team. He almost inflicted a death onto Duff Goldman. However, the Apothecary saved him. Vulcan Raven, one of the 2 trolls on the team. He is 2 out of 6 points. So eventually these guys will get leveled up, a bit stronger and more reliable. Sundowner has no points, but he's got a lot to prove. Now Vamp is 5 out of 6 points. That'll be pretty good, getting him leveled up. Maybe he can carry the ball more. Now Snake's pretty good. He's halfway to leveling. Liquid was injured. He had a serious concussion, and he loses 1 point to his armor value. I don't see Liquid going on for much longer. A loss of armor value like that. And because 7 is the most average rolled number on the on 2 dice. Now him being below, now his armor value being below the average, this guy will be injured quite often within the next couple games. Colonel Campbell, he hasn't done much. Paramedic has a damaged back, and that'll add an extra point to any injury roll made against the player. And I'm pretty sure with Stunty, that also adds on another injury point to the injury roll. So I don't think Paramedic will be able to survive much longer on the field, on the team. Oz Miller, he is also has a smash knee, adds another point to subsequent injury rolls made against them. We have a lot of very damaged players. Jetstream Sam, one of the killers on our team, killing off Tom Cruise, I'm pretty sure, versus the Hollywood team. Woo! He is sidestep, which has proved very, very well at just slipping and sliding throughout, hitting. One of our 2 new players out from the Russian jungle. Don't remember where it was in Metal Gear Solid 3. We have the Pain. He is brand new to the team. And we also have to welcome the Fear. He is also part of the team. We are attempting to get the full Cobra unit eventually. And hopefully we can see that in a... Pretty much it for the Metal Gear Solid team. It looks very kitted out. Only a few levels, but I think they will eventually pop off. Eventually. The next team, we have No Step on Me. This team seems actually fairly well off with 2 wins and 1 draw in the first half of the New Year New Cup. Looking at their lineup, they have a pretty good lineup. Lots of experienced skinks, some decent experience on their Sauruses. Scores 2 points. Going on. Their average score is 2. They have acquired 6 touchdowns in the New Year New Cup. They have inflicted 2 casualties, inflicted 10 injuries. They have ran the ball for 110 yards. They have inflicted 2 KOs. They have succeeded on 56 blocks. However, they were scored on 3 times this season. They have sustained 2 casualties, 3 knockouts, and 10 injured players. I believe Jaws almost died in one of their most recent games. Was able to come back. Carry. Looking at their team more directly, Megalodon, he has 2 points. Hopefully, he can start. He can get leveled in a soon future. He can start really slamming down enemy team. Jaws doesn't have much experience since he was, I believe, on the first turn that he was in, he got killed. The apothecary role basically brought him back as an injured player, so he did not get to play at all last game. Now we have Aragon. He doesn't have much points either. Hammerhead experience as well. However, Norman has 3 points, so he is halfway to leveling, which is very good. Points is getting there to level 2. John also having 3 points. Timmy, one of the kinks on the team, has 3 points. So he's getting pretty close to leveling. Now if we look at Tuna, however, has acquired Sure Feet because he is level 2, allowing him to reroll, going for it. He is primarily one of the prime ball carriers for the team. One of the fastest players for the team. Now, Uncle Joe, he is also level 2. He actually rolled a double on his level up, so he acquired Sure Hands, allowing him to reroll picking up the ball, which is very important for scoring downs on the Blood Bowl team. Now Richard McHard also acquired level 2 and also rolling doubles. He has acquired the holy trinity of block and dodge, making him very strong when being blocked. And that's pretty much it for the No Step On Me team. They've been doing very well in the New Year, New Cup. I suspect they will continue throwing out some good games. Now for the final team of the New Year, New Cup, we have the Nurgle team. We need to move the lineup first. Added a new player to their team, matter of fact. Now the Nurgle team haven't been doing well in the New Year, New Cup, but I think they can bring it back in the second half of the New Cup. An average score of 1. They also have a successful catch, which that made them get a touchdown versus the Hollywood team. They've scored 3 touchdowns. They've inflicted 2 casualties. They have inflicted 17 injuries. They have passed the ball 10 yards. They have ran the ball 104 yards. They have also inflicted KOs. They've succeeded on 100 blocks. They have been scored on 5 times. Also have had 2 casualties sustained, 10 knockouts sustained, and 23 players. However, seeing that there is no full injuries on this lineup right here, I think they are a very strong team, being very durable. Now, if we look at their players specifically, that Grubby, their Beast of Nurgle, has 2 points. So if he can get leveled, there's a strong chance he'll be able to put out some more damage. However, Cole IRL, the premier ball carrier for this team, he has reached level 2 and has acquired block, allowing him to be pretty powerful on the line. Name Con, no experience with Name Jed. Name J, however, has 5 points, so he is very close to leveling up, and see that he can get a mutation, and that'll be fairly interesting if he chooses to get a mutation. Main Poster also has 5 out of 6 points. He can level up pretty soon. Name Chris, 5 out of 6 points. Yeah, he's pretty close to leveling up as well. Michael Hunter, he has not acquired many points. That is very Ramus support, I believe, had to miss 2 games because of his decay. Made him have to miss a game. He acquired an additional injury which made him miss a second game. Pretty sure that's how it. Durf, no points as well. Flatulence Craver, 1 point. He being the one who successfully passed to Cole IRL during the Hollywood match, allowing him to score a touchdown for the team. Now the newest player, Grant on a Sunday, he's acquired 2 points already in just 1 match that he was in. So I hope we can see more out of the Prestigors on the NYNC team. That's pretty much it for the NYNC team. That does conclude team rundowns for the halfway point of the new year, new cup. Hope to see y'all watching the replays that'll come on the YouTube channel. I try to make them look cool and funny and yep. Now we do have to have a moment of silence for Tom Cruise and Alton Brown. They have died in the New Year, New Cup. And that concludes the New Year, New Cup recap. Next time.